So yeah, if you want to stand here, and I'll stand just on the other side.
Oh, she's so cute.
So yeah, so this is Dame, and yeah, she's our sloth. So I'm trying to think what some of the best options are. Probably some sweet corn. So yeah, you literally just hold it up to her little mouth.
Sweet corn?
No, do you want something else? She is notoriously picky.
Sweet corn?
Yeah, very gentle. She's a very sweet girl. Yeah, she's very polite. She always tucks herself away whenever she's eating anything, and then she'll just stick her face back out again when she's ready for the next thing to eat.
Do you have to trim her claws then as well?
So her the way that they move naturally just wears them down. So it's kind of like dog nails and things like that, just naturally for all their movement, it helps wear them down. The way that they grow is instead of growing kind of just straight out like nails usually do, they actually grow in layers that build up on top of each other. So the bottom layers are the first to kind of break down and fall off, and yeah, they grow new layers on the top. So we purposely use oak tree branches, so yeah, all of this wood is from oak, so naturally it's a really hard wood, so yeah, helps wear them down a bit quicker. But yeah, as they get a little bit older, they are known to kind of slow down a bit, even slower than they usually are. So yeah, we did have another sloth, and he was a very old man, and yeah, we had to trim his claws at one point because yeah, he was moving around a lot less, and you've got to use essentially like bolt cutters to chop them. They're so thick and strong. Yeah, you've got to use real like heavy duty stuff on them. But yeah, so she is coming up for 15 years old.
Oh really?
Yeah, so for a sloth, that is kind of middle age. So in the wild, their life expectancy is about 30 years old.
Oh really?
Yeah, and in captivity, they can easily live into their late 30s, early 40s.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, our other sloth that we had, he was 38 when he passed.
Oh wow.
So yeah, an old man.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's still very young. She's got loads of years left in her, thankfully. Yeah, they are just a very interesting animal. So she's quite a sassy girl at times. So that little monkey that you saw jumping up at the glass earlier, we've got two of those monkeys and their sisters, and they usually live in here with her.
Oh really?
We lock them out for this experience because they are just classic, and they like classic monkeys, and they will just be all over you. They'll be stealing food and all the rest of it. So yeah, she is known to kind of elbow them out the way and shove them off, because yeah, they will try and steal food off of her. So yeah, she's good. She sticks up for herself.
So tempting to stroke, and it's like, you know. Yeah. Bless her. How much does she weigh?
So she weighs about, I'm trying to think when the last time it was that we weighed her. She weighs about 17 kilograms. So yeah, quite a hefty animal. So they are pretty much just pure like lean muscle. That's where most of their weight comes from, especially in their legs and their arms. That's where most of their muscle is. But interesting, well, so I don't know if you've heard this before. So sloths actually will only go to the toilet
once a week.
Yeah. So within that time of them basically each of that week, their body weight can increase by about 20%, and it's purely just poo that is making up 20% of their body weight. So whenever we do weigh her, we make sure that it's the day after that she's gone to the toilet, so we can try and get the most accurate weight of just her body, basically not weighing up a load of poo as well. And yeah, last time we weighed her, she was about 16, 17 kilos. Which yeah, so this species they average at about they average about 15 kilos. So she's a little bit big, but nothing that we're kind of concerned about.
Right, random question about pooping. Is it bang on like, oh, it's a Monday and then it's always next Monday, or is it like it varies? Like
Yeah, so
Tuesday,
it varies ever so slightly, but kind of she's pretty regular. So yeah, it's usually it can kind of be any day of the week. But yeah, it's usually I think it's usually kind of like a Thursday. Usually when it falls.
So is she gonna eat all of that tonight?
So this will be so she'll eat this not just now. So this is designed to last her until basically 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's obviously when they're most active, is overnight. So any food that she doesn't eat now, we we'll go round and we basically hide her food in those different places. We'll kind of put it in these little areas of trees and things like that. It encourages her to basically get out of bed and move around and actually find her food. She would very happily eat the whole thing in bed, but obviously that's not the healthiest thing for her. So yeah, we'll basically hide the food around, encourage her to move about. So we've got a little kind of hatch there in the wall. So yeah, we lock that over to keep the monkeys out. But yeah, we'll open that up. And yeah, she will hide food next door as well to encourage her.
So was that the little monkeys that we saw?
So when we were in our little corridor here, and there was the black and ginger one. So yeah, it's them. Yeah, they live in here with her.
So they get on quite well then.
Yeah. So and as well, it's helpful. So monkeys usually have got quite strict routines. So those girls in particular, as soon as the sun starts setting, they are in bed immediately. They've definitely got their routine, which works well because then that's usually when Dane will start to get up and move around. So yeah, basically, unless the girls are going out of their way to annoy her and try and steal things off of her, they don't really actually kind of come into contact with each other that much. Would you like something else? Or are you happy with that? You can try.
Get you something else if you want. You sure? No.
You can try a bit of aubergine.
Aubergine.
Usually that's quite a...
That's a big one.
No, we're being picky today, Dane. Pop it back in there. You can try some chicory she's got there.
Go back with the sweet corn. Ah, no. No.
Got some courgette.
No.
You're being very picky today, madam. You can try some swede.
Sweet.
It's a little bit sweeter.
No. Back to the sweet corn. No.
Feel free to pop this back in the bowl as well. Yeah, drop some fennel. Oh, goodness, Dane, you're very picky today. Do you want a biscuit? You're probably not going to eat that either, are you?
You're busy. Oh. Oh, you got that?
So she will, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but she will actually use her arm to hold on to food. You're going to put it on your tummy for later. So yeah, their claws will actually reach their forearm, so they can use it almost like a little kind of handle to hold things in. You're going to readjust and then you might eat something.
So I assume they pee every day. It's just
So
the
yeah,
poop is
so
just
yeah,
once a week.
they'll have a wee kind of overnight.
Because I was going to say, you can't hold your bladder for a whole week, can you?
But they don't actually drink that much water. So yeah, we've got a water bowl there. So she will hang from that branch that's overhead. So she'll hang from her back feet and hang all the way.
Oh, wow.
and she'll kind of slurp water up from there. But most of the liquid that they get is just from the food that they eat. Yeah. Dame, are you gonna stick your head back out again, darling? Dame, what's this?
Has she got a really wet nose, or is it just shiny?
Yeah,
Just
so
really
it
wet?
is. So yeah, their sense of smell is really, really good. In the daylight, her vision is terrible. She's virtually blind at the
I was
moment.
going to say, because she kind of looks like albino,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, so her pupils are literally just like tiny little pinpricks. But then, yeah, in the dark, their pupils will then take up pretty much their whole eye. And then, yeah, in the dark, she's got fantastic vision. So, yeah, she's basically got night vision, which is, again, kind of makes sense if they're spending most of their time moving around in the dark. Do you want that as well? No, we're being very picky today, aren't we, madam?
And are they like? I mean, sloth to me is a sloth is like, or as David Attenborough calls it, a sloth. What do you say, sloth or
I say
sloth?
sloth,
Yeah.
but I think it's kind of just
But,
absurd.
Yeah, they're not vicious in the real life though, are they? Like
So
in the wild.
they only are when it's when they feel threatened. So
But what do they do? Bite, claw?
yeah, so they you might have been able to see when she opens her mouth and takes food off of you, but she's got very sharp, even though they're quite small.
Cool.
Their canines are literally like little razors, so they can cause a lot of damage if they want to.
Is that mint as well?
Yeah, so we put that in just to basically make it a bit interesting. So each day we'll pick kind of a different herb just to give things a different smell and things like that as well.
But yeah, so bite and claw.
So yeah, and then they're rather than kind of going to scratch, they will, because they know that their claws themselves are so thick and heavy. They'll basically use their arms and swing.
So they're quite
to
fast.
slap things with their claws. And yeah, horrible bruises they can give. And yeah, really, really nasty whack. But yeah, it's mostly their teeth they'll use as kind of as self-defense. Their biggest kind of protection against predators and threats in the wild is just hiding and being camouflaged, staying as still as possible. But yeah, so in the breeding seasons is when sloths are most aggressive, is because you've got obviously loads of males fighting over females. So yeah, you will kind of in the wild, males have been seen with quite nasty injuries from kind of bigger and stronger males. So yeah, it all kind of depends on things. But yeah, she on the whole, yeah, we've never had any issues with her. But we say kind of no contact and things like that in the past. Keepers of kind of, if ever she's had any issues, if they've tried to like touch her to get things, she has tried to bite people, which is why we have it as no contact, because we're like, oh, you're gonna eat it now. Because yeah, we know that in the past she has tried to bite people, so we're like, you know what, we're not gonna risk it.
So I take it as you're not going to breed her then?
Well, no. So she lived with a male for nearly 10 years.
This was in here?
Yes.
Yep.
And he tried his best. He did all the right kind of sloth flirty moves. She wanted absolutely nothing to do with him. She would literally just get up and walk in the other direction, and you'd see him following her around.
Yeah, she might like Lady Sloth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she was not interested in him, bless him, at all. But interestingly, she her kind of bloodline and family tree for sloths is quite kind of famous. So
oh wow,
her dad was the oldest sloth ever recorded. He was 51 years old when he died, and that was only like a few years ago. So she was born at a zoo in Germany.
So I take it as the dad was in the German zoo as well.
Yeah.
Still, was.
And so yeah, so because of how old he was, he lived in captivity pretty much his whole life, and he was used as a breeding male.
Okay.
So she is one of 22 half siblings.
Wow.
So her family tree is just ginormous. So most captive sloths are actually distant relatives, basically of her. So if we did want to breed her, we would probably have to reach out to like an American zoo to try and get a male.
So I take it as that the dad was of Europe, and then all the other 22 are in Europe somewhere.
Yes, yeah. So basically he was sent around a few different zoos for breeding, and basically once he'd done his job, he would move back to his zoo in Germany. So yeah, he's basically got lots of wives across Europe, and lots of children.
So basically, if I go to any other place in Europe with a sloth,
most likely they are related to her.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then this species of sloth as well, thankfully they're not endangered or anything like that, and there are really good captive breeding programs in Europe and in the US and things like that. So this species we're not actually concerned about kind of population breeding wise. So we're basically kind of letting her be. We know that in the past she hasn't wanted to breed, so we just kind of think that it's not high priority really.
Yeah, if she doesn't want it, she doesn't want it.
Exactly. And in the wild they do live solitary their whole life. It's only in a breeding season that they'll come together. Male sloths have absolutely nothing to do with helping to raise babies.
Oh, so so if she was in the wild, she gets pregnant, and then the male just buggers off.
Yeah. So literally within a breeding season, a female will sit at the top of a tree and scream, and that is her mating call. And then
sounds like Romford on a Friday night.
And literally every sloth, male sloth within that area that can hear her.
This does sound like Romford on a Friday night.
Will basically, I say race, will move as quickly as they possibly can to get to her. The first male to get to her basically has the right to mate with her, because she's like, oh well, you got hit fastest, so you win.
This sounds like when I was younger in Romford. In Romford, this was just Romford.
And then that male will.
And then the males fight. Yeah, that sounds like Romford.
Yeah, and it is
just fueled with alcohol. That was all.
And once he's done his job, he's off. He'll go find another lady.
That sounds like Romford on Saturday morning.
And then as soon as
You cool? That's cool.
Now that your big light's gone off, you sometimes your appetite increases ever so slightly.
No machine? Nope.
Try a bit of corn if you'd like.
Yeah. Thinking.
You can't make your mind up, can you?
This one? Nope. This one? Nope.
So try whatever, because she's being particularly fussy today. Dame?
Sweet? Nope. I'm quite surprised they eat fennel, because it's like quite peppery sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is this a dog biscuit, or is it?
So it is it's the same concept, but it's basically made up from loads of different types of like lettuces, and then it's got a few like wild. That's very rare. A few kind of wild tree leaves in it, so things like bamboo leaves, willow leaves, kind of maple, things like that.
So I take it you can't get that from Pets at Home. You'll be like, zoo at home.
So it's basically it's called primate biscuits, So yeah, basically any species of. So yeah, all of our lemurs, monkeys, and gibbons get fed it. And then yeah, she does as well. Animals like our capybara will sometimes have it as well. Kind of basically any animal that mostly eats vegetation can happily have it.
Because I noticed when we were standing outside the window, I just saw all the like porridge oats, pumpkin seeds. I'm like,
oh yeah.
Is this for animals or is this your breakfast?
Yeah, so yeah, all of the like the nuts and stuff we've got. So our gibbons get them as a treat. Our porcupines every day get quite a few different types of nuts. So yeah, it's kind of a combo. Things like the porridge oats are yeah, like treats. We can make things like that out of them. Basically, make them little like breakfast bars, things like that. So yeah.
What other animals do you look after? This one?
So yeah, all of the animals in this building. So we've got 4 different primate species. So we've got our pygmy marmosets, 2 different species of lion tamarin, and our cotton-top tamarins as well. And then obviously sloth. We've also got armadillos that live in here as well. They don't wake up until quite a bit later.
I was going to say, I think I tried seeing them, but I couldn't see them.
Yeah, they usually don't get up until quite a bit later. And then yeah, we've got our 3 lemur species, our gibbons, and then yeah, I work with all of the small carnivores as well. So our red panda, meerkats, mongoose, otters, and things like that. So yeah, a lot of different animals. But yeah, it's a good mix.
Yeah, red panda's cool. They're cute.
They are lovely.
I didn't know they stole, like the real giant pandas stole their name, because I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah. So yeah, the red pandas are are real pandas, and then yeah, giant pandas are actually bears. So yeah, it's quite it's interesting. Right. But yeah, have you got kind of anything else you'd like to know about her?
Yes. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So is it always do you always get someone to do this experience every day?
So we do this one 4 days a week. But yeah, even if we don't have an experience, like us keepers will still come in and we'll hand feed her just a few bits, and then yeah, like I said, we'll go around and we'll hide all the rest of the food around. So yeah, it's a good mix. So yeah, we used to do it every single day, but she basically wouldn't wake up for half of them, so we just made it so that we only did it kind of half the week. Because yeah, if she do it all on their terms, if we're not going to force them ever to kind of interact with people. And yeah.
She also has to eat a pill.
Yeah, so this is a biotin supplement. Like people take it as well. Basically, just keeps your hair and your nails and your teeth and everything really nice and healthy.
Which is what she needs.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so in the wild, a lot of the tree leaves that they'll eat naturally have got really high levels of biotin, and kind of the equivalent of like collagen and things like that all in it. So yeah, just make sure that she's getting all of those kind of vitamins and minerals and all that she naturally needs.
Yeah, because like in the natural, she would also have like load of moss on her, wouldn't she?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then yeah, we've also got so that's this one up here that's turned off now. So that's a specialist UV bulb. So it emits the same kind of levels of kind of as like sunshine basically. So yeah, to kind of simulate all of that. So yeah, it keeps her skin and her hair and everything really nice and healthy. And yeah, like I said, it's quite hot and humid in here as well. So if there's not enough humidity, they get really serious like dry skin and things like that. So yeah, it's all about basically just keeping her. We want it obviously as close as natural. So yeah, keeping it nice and. Yeah, I mean I say that and she's fast asleep in a wood box, but that's in this little V in the tree branches. That's her other favourite spot to sleep in. So we'll often come in the morning and she'll be curled up in a perfect little ball.
Just balancing.
Just balancing in that little V shape. Right. You're not going to pop your head out for any more, are you, darling? You look like you're falling back asleep. So yeah, this is what she usually does. She'll fall asleep, and then once it's like properly dark outside, she's like, okay, I'll get up now. Right, we'll leave her to it then.
See you later. See you later, Dave. Oh. She doesn't go all the way over here, does she?
Yeah. So she'll happily move all the way around here. She'll often sit in this little kind of tunnel bit there that we've got as well. And yeah, like I said, she'll go through that little tunnel. That's one of our nests that our monkeys will sleep in. So yeah, they'll often sort of curl up in that little box there to sleep. But yeah, once she's actually up and awake, they move around quite a lot. So yeah, kind of once it's properly dark, she will be awake, and they do actually move around kind of as much as any other animal does. Yeah, it's just at a slightly slower speed, basically. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, I'm sure if you don't have any other questions or anything.